Hello, welcome to Alive to Thrive OT. I'm Lauren Lyman, and today I'm here with Sahil Butani, and he is a health and wellness coach. So he's going to tell us a little bit about what he does, services he offers, how he can help improve your life. So why don't you just start us off by telling us about your journey, a little bit about yourself?
Awesome. Well, appreciate you for having me be part of this amazing
Absolutely.
interview. And just a little bit about myself. I was born and raised in Illinois most of my life. At a young age, my parents, they asked me if I wanted to go visit India. India is my homeland. That's where my parents grew up in Western India. It's called Gujarat. And they asked me like if I want to go stay there, study with my my cousins, and then live with my my aunts. So I was like, all right, let's check out this place. And so I decided to go visit India. It was only going to be for a year, and I loved it. I loved every part of it. I studied at this school called Dun International Public School. It's a small public school in India. I was in third grade at that time, and then it started with 1 year, and then I ended up staying there for 3 more years. So and then really just opened me up and really became independent as a child at that time. So after I came back, got really into martial arts, and after a while, my sister, she got me into Taekwondo, and joined the sparring team. I competed nationally, so got really involved with martial arts, and fell in love with how the whole structure of the courtesy, the 5 tenets of Taekwondo work. So at that time, my coach, Master Ching, he has a dojo called Ching Brothers Taekwondo Academy, where he he lived by the 5 tenets of Taekwondo, which is courtesy, integrity, perseverance, self-control, indomitable spirit. So every day we would learn about that, those 5 topics, and then he really got that ingrained in me at that time. So it was my junior year of high school, and then my parents were like, focus in school, you gotta get a good ACT score, learn, and that's when I focused a lot on my school education and stuff. But afterwards, I want to take a break from school and continue on my passion, on my thrive, what really gets me excited. So at that time, I worked at this fitness facility called Charter Fitness. After first semester of college at Elgin Community College, I decided to take some time off to really reflect, ground myself, and that's when I went to go travel. So at that time, just having my be around my parents at that time, that was definitely a struggle that I was going through, because I was going through a lot of transformation at that time. So then I realized that I have to move out. So I ended up living at this one place in Mount Prospect, and honestly just focused a lot on transformation and personal development. And that's something that we kept working on every single day, and that's not something that you could do in a environment where you're surrounded by people who are constantly telling you what to do. So it was definitely we went through a lot of breakthroughs, challenges. It's kind of committing to a relationship. And at that time, I also worked at a marketing firm, worked with corporate setting, structure style, went door to door, retail, business to business, and sold bunch of things that, yes, I was passionate about, but I was just learning because I wanted to get really good into sales. So my sister, she told me in order for you to really let the world know what's inside of you, you have to get good at 2 things. You have to learn how to become a student, and you have to get good at sales. Being sales, and meaning you have to learn how to get what you want in life. So that's why I decided to work at this marketing firm called One Chicago Inc. My mentor at that time, he taught me so much about sales, and he introduced me to different mentors, different people, and I got introduced to podcasts. It's kind of cool how we're doing a live podcast right now. But that's when I started doing interviews, and he taught me a lot about how management actually works. It was a management training program where you work your way up. So I was part of that, and then eventually just got to the point where I wanted to leave that environment because I learned so much about sales, but I wanted to get away from the corporate setting, structure style. So I ended up leaving this leaving Sidcore. That's what the whole organization was called, Sidcore, and I left it completely and went to go travel. And went to go travel, left. The day I quit, the next day my sister and my friend we went to Florida. We had $300. We were all right, let's just get out, let's go to Florida and live life. So that's when I feel spirituality just started in my life. And the second I said I lost that fear of money. I lost the fear of like what the world thinks about me, and I just wanted to live at that time because of all the uncertainty. And when I was in Florida, we did come across something. We went there with $300 for 3 people, so like literally $100 each. And we were like, all right, let's see what the world happens, like what we come across with. So we traveled. We lived at different ashram yoga like centers, and we just like honestly just like, oh my, there you go. So we just like honestly experienced like how life really works, and it was nice. We met a lot of people, but that's when I really fell in love with traveling and engaging with people. So I love like what you're doing right now. I love where my journey is headed currently. But after coming back from like after Florida, like long story short, like we went to Florida, California, like Kentucky, like St. Louis, and like nowhere out of Canada was like that one place we went like out of country. But like our goal was like to honestly just like explore the world at exotic locations and meet a bunch of elite trainers and work with them and learn from them and see what this world has to offer. Because the more I started grasping, the more I started learning from people, I feel like every single time like I became a different person. So that's something that I wanted to do, was obviously meet a bunch of cool people, and I needed to just organize my thoughts. That's what the hardest part I was. So like recently, my sister and I, like ever since like COVID happened, that thing, like I feel like that like really like threw that trigger in my head that like, all right, what could I do to really make it happen now after all that's going on? Because right before COVID, I was still doing some sales marketing and stuff, but that's when I was working at this wellness company called Export Fitness, and I was a personal trainer there. And I also taught some group classes over there. Learned a lot about like how fitness facility works. So like after charter, I was a fitness manager at charter, and then I transitioned to as a personal trainer because I wanted to become a full-time personal trainer at Export Fitness, and to learn more about like big box gym, how it works, how like the whole management side of Export works. And then afterwards, COVID happened, because I was just like, all right, cool. How can I make it happen now? I had to make a lot of serious changes. So like then, that's when I had a critical conversation with my dad and my sister as well. And then we're like, how could we make this happen right now still? So like my dad, he has this company called Medical Lead Generation Company. So it's called Medical Claim Center. And let's say like a company like screws up, for example, like medical company like screws up, like he helps them get justice, pretty much. The clients get justice. So like that's something that really piqued my interest, and I wanted to like really like dive into the world and figure out like what companies are in it for the good and what companies need improvement. So that's when I really wanted to like make a difference. Like that's when I really figured out like what companies need improvement. So that's when I dived into like organics, like what companies are eco-friendly, what companies like are in harmony with this world. And I started discovering like all these like wellness studios, all these like organic restaurants, and I'm just like, I want to start promoting them. Like what could I do to get them in a community setting and promote them? So that's what I've been up to for the past, ever since COVID started. We created this company called Zenadime, and where we do like Blessed Bootcamp events. It's like this 21 day of inner engineering program where we work with like elite trainers and go to exotic locations, and we serve the community. So that's like the simplest form, but like we want to expand that to as many people as possible. And my why is to create a conscious community, and create a conscious community where there's acceptance of all type. Everyone's accepted, and we're transforming. So like there's this thing, we have this thing called E3. So like it's like engage, elevate, empower. So that's something that we focus on a lot, is engaging, getting the community to engage into this program, have them elevate. So doing transformational events. So we do host like sound healing events. We do like deep like yoga, yin yoga. Like we're learning all this stuff as it goes. We're learning like sound healing, crystal bowls and stuff. But biggest thing is like getting the community engaging and like creating like transformational events where we like the community is elevating. And our goal is to create leaders, because there are a lot of people, there are a lot of followers in this world, but like one thing I feel like we're lacking is leaders. You could always have more leaders in this world, and I feel like the more leaders we have, that's when we're really empowering the world. And like leaders in a sense of like, yes, we could have leaders, but I want conscious leaders who are in it for the good, who are in it to like where they're like, there's like an environment, they care about the environment, so like they're focused on eco-friendly, they're in harmony, and they're in it to like create like peace. So like that's where Zenadime like really stood out to me. And like we've been working with a lot of people, and we've been hosting a lot of events, and discovering all these like conscious leaders, and I feel like it just started, and I'm excited to see like where it's headed. And right now, I mean, we just got done with the sound healing event at Hot Yoga in Naperville. It's like growing. Like I know like it's growing. Sometimes you just know it's like growing. It's headed in the right direction. We talked to like certain people, like, and then we came across this person. He's like a sound engineer, and he wants us to come to his studio to like record like sound healing crystal bowls and stuff.
Oh, wow.
So like we're kind of excited to see like where it like leads to. He's like an author, so like super cool dude, and that we met at the studio. So like we came across him, and yeah, that's something that we're up to, right? We also we're having a class tomorrow, like that's like the actual transformational event that we originally wanted to like grow. It's at this studio called KMA Martial Arts. So this instructor, her name is Karen. She does Kokido. Have you heard of Kokido? Mm-mm. Okay, so Kokido is it's similar to Taekwondo. That's where I originally started, but they add one more thing in. So in the beginning, when I said like courtesy, integrity, perseverance, self-control, indomitable spirit, there's one thing that Kokido added into it. It's like a new martial art that started in 1967, but they added it's called humility. So they added that into the like tenets. So they have 6 tenets of Kokido, which is humility in there as well. So it's something that new that she's teaching us in there, and then we're serving the community over there in her studio, and it's like a growing community that we're currently just like part of. Currently, I mean, it's like a growing community. People are loving it. Like we're just like in the process of just like connecting with people and like see where it goes. But yeah, that's just a little bit about me. I know I was like I feel like I was talking forever, but
so yeah, thank you for all of that. If people want to get in touch with you, how do you have a website? Do you have an email that they can connect with you?
Yeah,
to learn more.
But you can follow us on Instagram. It's Zenadime, and we also, I mean, started posting a lot on like different like chats, like Awake and like Hot Yoga Naperville. Like we posted on like KMA Martial Arts Studio as well. But like we're located in Bartlett though, mainly right now. So like in Illinois. But like our goal is to grow throughout. I mean everywhere. But yeah.
Okay, sounds good. And then what's the name of your website?
Zenadime.
Okay. So I will post that link in the description for you guys so you can access the website and, you know, figure out, you know, ways that you can be helped by everything that you're doing.
Awesome.
So thank you for joining us. Is there anything else you want to add before we finish?
No, I mean, if you could come to our transformational events, that would be awesome. I would love to get to know you. I would love to see like how I could help you out, grow your community out, and help you out.
Okay, great. So thank you for joining us. If you could please like the video and share it with other people so people know what's going on in the community and how they can improve their lives. And subscribe to the channel, sign up for alerts so you know when we post new videos. And as always, we are wishing you physical, emotional, spiritual, and mental health and wellness. Thank you for joining us.